All right, got another Mailbag Monday video here for you. Just one package here, pretty good sized package. What is in this package is I'm working on my Christmas light display. Long story short, I have a 52 channel display, controller box I built. I'll put a link up here to the build video series on it, on how I built it. I'm a little behind this year. Usually right about now, I'm about halfway done with it, and right now I haven't even started really. So the show's gonna be a little late. Anyways, no big deal. Having to do some changes. Some squirrels ate some lights up, which kind of freed up some channels on my controller. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a leaping arch, which I also did another build on that. Got that video right there. Very basic, old school leaping arch, kind of time consuming how it was built and a little costly. I'm going to be, I guess you say, getting into the 21st century with a different type of leaping arch. So this is the start of that. So let's go ahead and get it open and see what we got. So I got a package of packages. Let's open them up separately. So first thing is, if you can read the description there, 12V 8.5A switch power. Let's open it up real quick, see what we can find out. All right, what this is a 12 volt power supply. What you do is on these three inputs right here, you have a line, neutral, and ground. You basically, you can take a heavy duty extension cord. Your black, green, or black, white, and green lines goes here. 120 volts comes in. And on the output, I have two outputs here of 12 volts DC power. Okay, and it's regulated down. It'll get put out 8.5 amps total for both of these terminals. You can actually put in 240 into it. Little specs of it, and nothing fancy about it. It gets the job done. It's got some little mounting brackets that you can do, and you can actually adjust the voltage a little bit here. I'm not going to be doing that unless it needs. I'll put on my voltmeter. What this is going to do, this is going to power the LEDs, and I'll get into that a little bit later in my build series on that new leaping arch. So let's see what's in the other package. All right, in this package, if it's going to show, it says LED strip. Now, if you remember back on the power supply, your inputs and outputs right there, it tells you a little bit more about how these are powered up. So what they are, this is a I think it's 5 meters. We're at 16.5 foot LED strip. Now these aren't your typical LEDs per se. See if I can get it to work. It's gonna be hard to zoom in, but there is a LED. Every one of these little white blocks is the LED, and inside that is actually 3 LEDs: a red, green, and blue. When you change the voltages and brightnesses, you have different colors. These are pixel LEDs, what they are, and they're powered by these little black dots there. Of course, it's not going to focus right for me, but anyways, there we go. That little black dot right there is a computer chip. It's a WS2811 chip. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically take PEX tubing, white PEX tubing, slide these strips inside of there, and power them up. You have a connector here that I'm going to hook up to an Arduino, and you have a voltage plus, minus, and a data in the middle. Data tells these little chips what color to change, all these LEDs all the way down the line. Now, this black and red wire, after you get so far, you have to what's called inject power. And it's usually about every 100 LEDs using 12 volt. These are 12 volts, by the way. But I'm going to basically cut this down into 2 strips that's 8 foot long, and basically make 2 arches that are 8 foot long, obviously. So that's going to be that. It also has kind of hard to tell, but this is in a coating. It's IP65 silicone coating. They have make a IP67, which is a little bit, it's a tube, I guess you'd say. Basically what that does is make sure everything's waterproof, everything's in there sealed. You can cut them to length everywhere you see these little pads at. So I can have me one little section right here. This is about 3 inches, maybe 4 inches. I have 3 LEDs. I can just use these right here for a section. I can use the whole thing. Like I said, I'm going to cut this in half and make 2 sections out of it. But when I need to inject power, black and red, it's going to go basically like so. Positive is going to be on the red, and negative is going to be on the black, obviously. So I'll get a little bit of this later on once I get the build video going on this. Just something I wanted to excuse me, open it up and let y'all take a look at, see what I got going on. I think this is going to work out quite well. I want to go 12 volts, so you don't have to inject power as much as if I use 5 volts. But the LEDs are a 50-50 size. I'm not sure, there's different sizes, but the 50-50 is the size. But yep, I think this is going to work out quite well. And probably this week I'm going to get this built. My hardest part is programming it. Not sure if I'm going to be able to have it in a box by itself with the arch, or am I going to be able to run my arches off the Arduino that's in my big controller box, trying to integrate the program to run these with the program to run the other Christmas lights off the relays. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that done. So right now I'm just kind of playing with it and seeing how it's going to work. Once I get these hooked up and everything, I'm going to see how it works and see if I can integrate them. If not, I can make it a standalone. I got a different Arduino I could use and just make it standalone, and I'll figure it out. It'll work one way or the other. Eventually, I'm going to say within the next 5 years, I'm going to get rid of that box altogether, and I'm going to use, my whole house will be mainly pixels. These are pixel strips that make pixel nodes, basically like a little bit bigger. They're like a 12mm, half-inch around version of these little squares here. They look like regular crystal lights, just a bigger version. They're called pixel nodes, I believe. And that's what I'm going to do my whole house in. But like I said, that's 5 years down the line. I got a lot of things going on, and that's a big investment. So, but anyways, just a little quick Mailbag Monday here, kind of telling you what I got going on. Little hints of what's coming up, and looking forward to seeing if this is going to work or not. One way to find out. But anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time.